The eighth stratagem, crossing the Wei River by feeling the stones. This strategy involves employing a feigned frontal assault to deceive the enemy. When the enemy consolidates their forces to defend, quietly dispatch another unit to flank them from behind. Seizing the opportune moment, launch a decisive surprise attack, catching the enemy off guard and leading to their failure. This strategy serves as a form of deception, akin to modern-day metaphors such as extramarital affairs or concealing true intentions in business dealings. It emphasizes the effectiveness of misdirection, where apparent actions mask underlying motives. Crossing the Wei River by feeling the stones highlights the importance of strategic maneuvering and exploiting vulnerabilities to achieve success without direct confrontation, resonating both in historical military tactics and contemporary contexts of interpersonal relationships and business strategy. The ninth strategy, watching the fire from across the river, advocates for a patient approach when there are internal conflicts within the enemy's camp. Instead of rushing into attack, we quietly wait for the enemy to engage in infighting, allowing them to harbor mutual resentment and engage in internal strife. Ultimately, they will self-destruct, sparing our forces from direct engagement while achieving our desired outcome. This strategy embodies the principle of the Yi Jing. By adapting our actions to the circumstances, favorable results can be achieved. In essence, watching the fire from across the river emphasizes the importance of strategic patience and the exploitation of internal divisions within the enemy camp. By refraining from immediate confrontation and allowing internal tensions to escalate, we can weaken the enemy from within, leading to their eventual downfall without expending unnecessary resources. This strategy underscores the significance of understanding the dynamics of conflict and leveraging subtle maneuvers to achieve strategic objectives. The 10th strategy, concealing a dagger behind a smile, involves presenting an outwardly friendly and sincere demeanor to lull the opponent into a false sense of security. While appearing amicable and trustworthy on the surface, the strategy entails clandestinely scheming and actively preparing for action behind the scenes. When an opportunity arises, swift and decisive action is taken, catching the opponent off guard. This strategy embodies the notion of hiding malicious intent beneath a facade of goodwill. By concealing one's true intentions behind a smile, this strategy manipulates the opponent's perception, leading them to lower their guard. It capitalizes on the element of surprise, allowing for effective exploitation of vulnerabilities when the opponent least expects it. Concealing a dagger behind a smile is a tactical approach that emphasizes the importance of strategic deception and the exploitation of trust to gain the upper hand in conflicts and negotiations. The 11th strategy, using a substitute for a dead peach tree, advises accepting partial losses when the overall situation demands it, in exchange for securing a victory on a larger scale. This concept embodies the idea of sacrificing smaller assets or interests to safeguard more significant strategic objectives, often referred to as abandoning the pawn to protect the king. In times of conflict where losses are inevitable, it's crucial to prioritize the greater strategic advantage over short-term setbacks. By being willing to relinquish smaller gains or assets, one can maintain focus on overarching goals and secure a favorable outcome in the long run. Using a substitute for a dead peach tree underscores the importance of strategic foresight and the willingness to make sacrifices for the sake of ultimate victory in warfare or competitive situations.